Hi, I'm Jude from headfi.org, and on this episode of HeadFi TV, we're going to talk about CanJam New York 2017, happening February 4th and 5th at the Marriott Marquis right in Times Square. In a way, this is a return to where it all started. The very first big event we did, what eventually grew into CanJam, was the 2006 New York National HeadFi Meet. It was organized by members of the New York HeadFi community. I Am Mountain Biker, Jay Pelg, Bose Buttons, Jan, and Eric Zen, as well as Tyle Hertzens, then of Headroom Corporation and now of Interfidelity. The New York community is still one of our most active communities, and they have some of the longest-running annual meets in the community's history, dating back to the early 2000s. Well, we're coming back to New York, this time right in Times Square for CanJam New York 2017. Echobox is going to be exhibiting at CanJam New York, and they're also one of the sponsors of the event. So thank you so much for your continued support of CanJam Echobox. Now, Echobox is going to have their new in-ear monitors at the show, but before we get to the new ones, I want to talk about their existing model, the Finder X1 titanium earphones. They've recently lowered the price. The non-microphone version is going from $199 down to $149, and the Finder X1i Apple-certified microphone edition is going from $229.99 down to $159, so make sure to check out the Finder X1. Echobox is expanding their in-ear monitor line, sandwiching the existing Finder X1 with two new models. On the entry-level side, the Traveler T1 is only $99, available only in Apple or Android certified microphone versions, no non-mic edition. It uses a 9.2mm peak diaphragm, which is polyether ether ketone. It has machined titanium housings. We just received these. I haven't even had a chance to listen to them yet, but I will at CanJam New York. Echobox is rounding out their in-ear line with a new flagship called the NOMAD N1. It's $299, available with Apple or Android certified microphone cables as well as a non-mic cable. It also uses a 9.2mm peak diaphragm, has silver-plated copper cables worn cable up, which I believe makes this the first Concha-type cable-up earphone for Echobox. It uses solid titanium housings, not machined, but solid, and I have had a chance to audition these briefly, and actually they were pretty impressive as long as you get a good seal. It had solid bass and nice sparkly treble, and it does also have a filter tuning system so you can adjust the sound, but I haven't yet played with that, so I'll try that soon. Echobox will also be showing their Explorer digital audio player, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for. They tell me production begins in February, so follow Echobox on social media and on HeadFi for updates. It uses open source Android 6.0 Marshmallow OS, no custom UI, only Android OS. Its rooted Android kernel allows full lossless 24/192 playback through all apps. It features Tidal and a customized USB Audio Player Pro as stock music programs. Anyway, I think a lot of you are familiar with the Explorer. You're just waiting for it, so check it out at CanJam New York. Cardas Audio is going to be showing their A8 ear speakers. They use something they're calling ultralinear contour field dual magnet motors. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I remember George tried to explain it to me. So I do know George Cardas. He's always tinkering and inventing new things. With the Cardas A8s, he's done a wonderful job. He struck a lovely balance between smoothness, punchiness, and resolution. It's a hard balance to reach, but he's done a wonderful job with the A8s. Make sure to check him out at CanJam. Headphones will be at CanJam New York, and of course they'll be bringing their AB1266 planar magnetic headphone. You know, since the release of the AB1266, so many new flagship headphones have been released, and so it's easy for this to get lost in the fray, and it really shouldn't. You really should still pay attention to this headphone because it's still probably one of the most exciting sounding flagship headphones out there. Getting the best sound out of the AB1266 means getting the fit right. And getting the fit right means understanding that it does not fit on your head like a normal headphone. So make sure to ask somebody at Abyss Headphones to help you get the fit right, because once you get it right, again, for flagship headphones, it's one of the most exciting, most visceral headphones out there. Now, one of the things that's renewed my interest in my AB1266 is this portable player here. This is the Lotto Paw Gold Diana Edition. And the Diana Edition of the Paw Gold specifically maximizes the gain available from the hardware in the Lotto Paw Gold. It can put out up to 500 milliwatts of output, which is a lot of drive from a portable player and enough to drive the AB1266. It's actually an impressive combo. So make sure to stop by their exhibit and ask them to demo the combo for you, the Lotto Paw Gold Diana Edition driving the AB1266. Abyss and Lotto are sort of co-exhibiting at CanJam, so while there you'll also be able to audition the Lotto Paw 5000, another popular digital player on HeadFi. But perhaps the big Lotto news is the tiny Lotto player, a new player called the Lotto Paw Pico player. It is a diminutive player, only 26 grams, 1.75 inches square, no screen. It supports most lossless formats and DSD64 and DSD128. Playtime is rated at over 10 hours. It has 32 gigs of internal memory, but no SD card slot. It has Bluetooth in and out, and what I find very intriguing, Because I don't know how it's implemented, it has GPS, movement sensors, and a phone app. So I'm going to be very curious to know how this all works together. So price is estimated at $199 and availability in spring of 2017. I'm going to have to stop by and check out this little thing.